Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live session. In this live, I would like to discuss about artificial intelligence (AI). Especially, I would like to share about my AI course, both recorded course as well as live online one-on-one coaching. Okay. Let me first share the this video link with others so that people can join. You can also share it with others. Okay, let us start getting more people to indirectly discuss about various things. Okay, and in that case, if you face any audio issues or any kind of issues in watching this live, just let me know. Okay, and okay. So I'm just sharing the links through my newsletter. 1 second, I will complete that. Okay. And in that meantime, if you have any questions, you can just share it through the chat. I will be giving answers to that questions. Okay. I'm just sending that. Okay. Mostly in this live, I would like to give clarifications or answers for your questions related to my AA related AA course and coaching. And moreover, in the meantime, so waiting for the questions from the viewers. In the meantime, I will be talk about various AI topics. Okay, so here I'm just sending the message. 1 second, I will after sending. We can discuss the things. Okay, right now I'm just preparing the newsletter. If you haven't um, subscribed to my newsletter, maybe you can. Subscribe to that. I will show the screen. Okay, and then I will explain about how to join. Okay, you can ask your questions. Okay, questions about the AI. Okay. Okay, so I'm just sending that message. Okay, if you have already subscribed, maybe you will be getting that. Just forward to others. Okay, okay. Now I will be just sharing the screen. I'm sharing the screen. If there are any audio issues, just let me know. Okay, uh, you can ask any questions about the AI and how AI is developing. What are the recent developments related to AI? Any kind of questions you can ask me. Okay, so YouTube live. Okay, I'm just sharing it. So it's already specified, right? I'm leaving from here. Okay. So as I said, if you are interested to get my newsletter, I would suggest uh, adding your email ID here. Visit rajamanikam.com, rajamanikam.com, and then give your email ID here, then click subscribe. Okay. Otherwise, you can make any purchase here. You will be automatically enrolled into that newsletter. Okay. Here, like some books are zero price. Okay, say for example this one, my experiences of earning money online, you can freely get that book. Okay, okay. That is about subscribing to my newsletter. Okay, if you have already subscribed to my newsletter, you'll be getting this link. Okay, so share that with others. Okay, okay. Before going in detail about discussing AI, I would like to check the audio quality because that's what your important, right? If the audio is not audible, then you may not be able to watch that. Okay. And if there are any crack sounds or any kind of issues, just let me know. First, I will check whether it's audible. Okay. So I'm just checking my mobile. So okay, it's good. Okay, it's good. It seems it's good. Okay, but if there are any crack sound or any kind of issues, just let me know. Okay. Um, okay. So right now, before discussing about AI, I would like to tell about my products. Okay. If you are interested in getting my AI course, recorded AI course, and my books, you can visit my website rajamanikam.com. Here you can click this AI course. Okay. So here you can find my recorded AI course. Here I like prepared this AI course with more than 8 hours of tutorial videos. Almost all the videos are having uh, c- closed captions like CC, subtitle text, so that you can read the text while watching or listening to that video, right? That will be useful in case if you find it difficult to understand my accent. Okay, so it covers a lot of topics like here you can find, right, what is AI and understanding AI basics, best practices and tips for using ChatGPT and Gemini, like famous AI tools, like very beginner friendly things, right? So starting from beginner friendly things, and it includes a lot of advanced topics also, RAG and AI agents development, chatbot development, computer vision, MCP, context engineering, LangChain, LangGraph. Okay, I believe it's a very useful one. I thought of creating a course to teach RAG, which is in high demand right now, right? People are interested in learning RAG. But when I started teaching one-on-one coaching, I realized that some people are still lacking the basic understanding. Even though they are interested in learning RAG, they need to understand the basic things, right? What is machine learning, how it's working, what are the problems with the current LLMs, like what is LLM. That kind of knowledge is important to start learning RAG or any advanced topics, right? That is the reason why I decided to make this recorded course as a full-fledged AI course. Started from, I mean, it is useful for both beginners as well as professionals. So beginners can just ignore the advanced topics. Professionals can ignore the very basic things. But if they want to reinforce their learning, maybe they can go through everything. And similarly, if the beginners are interested in exploring latest things, they can explore. That is the purpose of this course, designing this course in this way. Okay. So the price is very very low. Okay, so it's just $19. Okay, you can make use of this opportunity, and moreover, you can use the discount code QPT to get further discounts. And like if you are in India, maybe you can click this link to get my UPI ID. Okay, in that case you can get it for just 300 rupees, but that is manual process. After making the payment, you need to send an email to me to get the access link, course access link. Okay, I'll be stopping this in case I'm getting more requests in the coming days. Right now it is allowed. Okay, and moreover, if you are in some other country, in that case you can pay this $8 payment to my PayPal account, and then you have to contact me to get the access link. Okay, but if you buy from this site rajamanikam.com, it's automated. Once after completing the checkout, you'll be automatically receiving the course access link to your email. Okay, and moreover, you can just go to gumroad.com and click the library to access the course if you are already Gumroad user. Okay, it's a very simple process, but if you want to save some money, if you want to get it with a huge discount of 300 rupees, then you have to make the UPI payment, and then you have to contact me by sending an email. Okay. So if there are any questions, you can ask me, and if you have any specific kind of questions like uh, how to get it, and if you don't know my email ID, so that kind of questions. So my email ID is rajamanikam.a@gmail.com. Even you can ask your questions by sending an email to me. I will just share the email address through the chat itself. Okay, and I was talking about rajamanikam.com, right? So I'll be just sharing that also, rajamanikam.com. Okay, so this is about my recorded AI course. Apart from recorded AI course, I have, I mean, I'm doing one-on-one coaching also. So that I will be talking about next. Okay. So if there are any questions about this recorded AI course, you can ask me. I will check that thing. So right now, no questions about recorded course. Okay. And suppose if you are interested in earning money from this course, you just contact me. I will be adding you as my affiliate. In that case, you can get 50 percentage of late commission initially, and once you make significant sales, you can get up to 75 percentage of late commission. It's a good opportunity. I use Gumroad as affiliate platform. It's a very like affiliate friendly platform because minimum payout and payment cycle and payment methods are very very useful for the users across the world. Okay, that is why I'm using this Gumroad platform. Okay, but other than that, I am selling this course from Udemy and Skillshare also. But I would suggest joining as an affiliate for promoting this rajamanikam.com. Okay, so you can go through all the details about the course here, right? You can go through here. You can go through the advantages or benefits of getting this course and target audience like if you are a beginner or business people or a developer or digital marketer or like any kind of persons. Basically, that's what I already explained, right? It is useful for both beginners as well as professionals. Okay, even if you want to know how to use ChatGPT, Gemini, or any kind of AI tools effectively for your business growth, especially for digital marketing, that kind of persons also can get this course. Okay, and if you need any personal guidance or any kinds of consultancy for using AI for your business, in that case also you can just contact me. I can do it for affordable hourly charges. Okay. Okay. So for any other questions, you can contact me. Okay. So as I explained earlier, if you are in India, you can get that this by making a UPI payment. Okay. 1 second, I will be coming. Okay, I'm back. Okay, there is some noise, right? So I just close the doors. Okay, so now it's better, right? So here we can see the details about this AA course and how to purchase it. Even I added some kind of FAQ, frequent asked questions and answers. Okay, so you can just go through that. Even you can contact me by sending message to WhatsApp number if you have any questions. Okay, and as I said, you can earn significant money by referring this course. Okay, suppose if you want to get similar courses, you need to make a lot of payment, right? Costly they are. Okay, you may get some Udemy courses, but they may not be updated, right? But I keep on updating my AA course continuously, like to make it very effective. And as I said, it has more than 8 hours of recorded tutorial videos with subtitles and 9 AI related ebooks. I listed all the names of all the books. You can just go through the details, and lot of code samples are there and infographics. So I believe it's a full-fledged AI course, single AI course you can get to uh, become somewhat familiar with the AI from career perspective, from business use and everyday use, right? And moreover, in this inside the course, I listed a lot of free AA courses also. A lot of corporations are providing free AA courses. I collected all that links and included in this course itself. So you can just buy this course and get lot of information from this course itself as well as from additional courses, free courses. Okay, and moreover, you will be getting newsletters frequently. Okay, so you are going to just pay $19 only, and moreover, if you can make payment through UPI or PayPal, you can get further discount. In case of UPI, it is just 300 rupees. In case of PayPal, it is just $8. Okay, that is the offer right now. I'm running limited time offer this one. Okay, and other than that, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm waiting for giving answers. That is the purpose of this live session. Otherwise, I have added a lot of videos by telling the details about this course. Okay, the core thing is, as I said, it includes a lot of information. It is easy to understand. You can go through the review comments made on the Udemy or here also. Everyone is saying the same thing. It's easy to understand. It's clear like that. Okay, that's what I planned or designed this course in that way. Okay, I wanted to have in this way. Okay, so I hope I achieved that. And if you are expecting that kind of course, it is really useful for you. And moreover, if you want me to guide you to complete any kind of projects, especially RAG project, agents projects, you can contact me. Or if you are planning to improve your business by implementing RAG or any kind of AI concepts, you can contact me. I can just explore your business and I can come up with some plans to improve that. Because implementing AI is very simple only. A lot of people are thinking that it requires a lot of money and computing power, other things. It's true in some cases, but it's not true for all the cases. Okay, we can effectively use AI very easily without much uh, budget. Okay, so you can just explore it. If you find it feasible and useful, you may implement it. Okay, so as I said, I can do the AI coaching, I can do the AI consulting, I can do the AI development. Okay, um, so but I do all that things based on pre-booking, so that details I specified in my blog. So you can visit my blog by clicking or you can just search, go to Google, search QPT space blog. Okay, so it will be showing this Google search result. Here you can click this blog.qualitypointtech.com, that link. Okay, there you can find this one-on-one AI coaching, that link. Click that link. Okay, so that will be opening this blog post where I specified all the details about getting paid one-on-one AI coaching. So same thing, the charges, everything, whatever I conditions specified here, that is applicable for AI consulting and AI development also. Okay. Um, Here, if you want to know about more details, or if you need any specific clarification for any specific, if you need answer for any specific questions, then you can just contact me. I provided all my contact details here. Okay, so even you can just book just 1 hour itself. Okay, so you can just test my way of learning, teaching, I mean way of teaching, if it is suitable for you. And in that case you can book more hours. Okay, so I'll be providing calendly link, you can book that. And apart from this, I am getting students through other tutor platforms also, so I cannot uh, like tell any specific timing. You have to find it available timing through calendly. Okay, so if you are interested to get one-on-one coaching, maybe we can discuss to choose the appropriate timing. Okay, and here I provided links to freely download some of my ebooks, related ebooks. And here I linked my YouTube videos, tutorial videos about RAG, MCP, LangGraph, agents. You can freely watch them also. Okay, so here you can read some of the learners feedback. Okay, for our own coaching. Okay, so you can find that it is a really positive one. Okay, so you can also get that. This one is from Preply, a Twitter site, and this one is from LinkedIn. Okay, okay. As I said, instead of relying on that person's review comments, you can just judge my way of teaching by watching all my tutorial videos. And like you can check my books. Okay, and if there are any questions, you can just ask me. Right now, there are no questions, so I'll be just moving to the next topic. And I already talked about my recorded course, self-packed AA course, that you can get it from my site rajamanikam.com for very affordable price, and it is available at Udemy and Skillshare and other platforms also. It's very affordable and it's fully updated, and it's useful for both beginners and professionals, and moreover, you can earn money as affiliate. It's a good opportunity to earn money by using the demand for AI course. Okay, even I released one book about that. You can just check rajamanikam.com. There you can find this book, Earn Money Selling AI Courses. I explained about various things about how to effectively earn money by selling AI courses without having your own AI course. Okay, it's a good opportunity at this time, and you can get this book freely by using the discount 100% discount code affiliate. Okay, you can just go to this add cart, and then here already a lot of things are there. I will remove them. Remove. So now it's thing. So click affiliate AFF5 LITAI, and then click apply. So it's automatically applied. So now that price becomes zero. You have to just give your email ID to get the book. Okay, so if you are interested in earning money as an affiliate, you can join as affiliate, and I can like guide you, and I can give various tips and tricks for effectively promoting the course and books for earning significant money as early as possible. Okay, that is what, because right now there is a huge demand for learning AI, but we cannot expect that in the coming years also, right? That things are changing very quickly, especially AI related developments are happening very quickly, right? So it's a right time to earn money. Okay, so you can easily earn significant money by promoting it. It's a win-win approach. You will be earning money because, as I said, I will be like um, giving 50% affiliate commission for referring my AA course and other books. And I'll be increasing it up to 75% based on your sales performance. It can be very useful for you to earn money, as well as it can be useful for me to do the upsell, earn money by doing upsell. I may not be getting significant money by sharing most part of the revenue with the affiliates, but I'll be getting the potential audience for my future products, right? I have a lot of plans to release more AI related books, and even AI product something. Okay, and I can do one-on-one coaching. So a lot of things are there for me. So my target is getting the people who are interested in learning AI. Okay, so for that, for your efforts, you can get maximum benefit. Okay, up to 75% affiliate commission. Okay, that details I provided here. Yeah, and 50% affiliate commission. So here you can just go through that. Just go through that. I'll be there in 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Here I provided all the details, right? So initially the affiliate commission will be 50 percentage, then it will be increased up to 75 percentage based on the sales performance. And this affiliate is applicable to the products available at rajamanikam.com, especially that AI course, which is in high demand, and the AI learning package that is for one-on-one AI coaching. Like here you can see the details, but I cannot offer it for a lot of people, right? So it is for only three people. So I won't recommend this. But anyway, for earning money quickly, it's a good way. But it's that opportunity is for only three people, right? So it's up to you. Maybe if you have a newsletter, you can just share that, and like. But anyway, once after completing the courses for that three people, I'll be resetting it again. Okay. But anyway, if someone is coming to this a learning package, and they are ending up with buying my recorded AI course, still you will be getting that commission. Okay, so commission for that recorded course. You got it right. Okay, so it's a good opportunity, and joining us affiliate is very simple. That I explained here. You have to just sign up at Gumroad. I provide the link here. Even you can use your already existing Google account to sign up for that Gumroad. and then you need to send me your email ID that was used with your Gumroad account. Okay, you have to just share your email ID. Then I will be adding your email ID as my affiliate at Gumroad, and then immediately after adding you as my affiliate, Gumroad will be sending an email with affiliate links. Then you have to start promoting that affiliate link. That much easy. Once after getting some sales, like Gumroad will be making payment to you. You have to just add your payment method, your PayPal, bank, whatever method is available for your country. Just to use that. Okay, that much easy. And as I said earlier, Gumroad is very affiliate friendly. Their payment methods and their payment threshold, minimum payout period, and payout cycle, everything is somewhat good compared to other systems. Okay, but anyway, you can just go through their affiliate FAQ here. I provided that link, and then you can decide. As I said, you can freely get my book about earning money as affiliate by selling AI courses. I already explained that. That link is here, available here. Okay. Okay, so that's what about my affiliate offer. If you have any questions, you can just ask me. So now I talked about my recorded AI course and one-on-one AI coaching, and then affiliate offer. You have a lot of opportunities. Then I have other options you can promote my your products and services through my YouTube channel, this channel, and other social media. That maybe I can discuss later. This live, I would like to focus more on AI related things. Okay, and in this blog, I keep on adding a lot of blog posts. Okay, so hundreds of blog posts. About recently, most of my blog posts are related to AI. You can just go through that blog.qualitypantech.com. As I said, you can search QPT blog on Google search, and then you can come. You'll be able to come to this blog. Okay, you can just go through these details. If you want to just read the blog posts that are relevant only to AI, then you can just click that label, right? Artificial intelligence label. Then you'll be seeing only the AI related blog posts. Okay, top 10 AI tools that save at least 1 hour every day. It will be useful for very beginners. Okay, and recently ChatGPT released a group chat, right? So that will be very useful for collaboration, right? So whatever, if any major companies or major AI tools are providing any kind of updates, I will be sharing the details. So that will be mostly I will be sending the details to my newsletter also. So in that case, it is better to join to the newsletter by giving your email ID at rajamanikam.com. Okay, and it has a lot of things here. If you see here, you can find, right, hundreds of posts are there. Okay, September month alone 36 posts, and August 27 post, April 30 post, March 55 post, February 66. Okay, that time I put a lot of effort for creating content, so that's how got a lot of blog posts that time. Now I hope I added a lot of content. So I right now I am in the process of promoting it. That is the reason why I am focusing on telling about my affiliate offer, other things. Okay, so here, AI tools for beginners, list of AI tools for teachers, free understanding, train, validation test. So how I am doing this blog post is adding that blog post is I covered various topics, fundamental things like what is machine learning, what is deep learning, that kind of stuff. Okay, and sample Python code for various scenarios. Like that, I added for supervised, unsupervised, different project ideas, and what is data science, what is data analytics. That kind of fundamental things I almost covered many months back itself. You can just go through that. And then now I'm just adding the content or blog post based on the questions I received from the learners. So I do a lot of one-on-one coaching, right? So from that experience, I face a lot of questions from the people. So that for answering that questions, I understand that if someone is having that question, someone else will also have that kind of question, similar questions, right? So that kind of blog post will be useful. And moreover, as I said, I am adding a lot of content related to uh, latest news also, mostly AI related things. Okay, and you can ask any questions. Suppose if that question, if I feel that similar questions will be asked by other people, I'll be adding that question and my answer as blog post. That's how I'm adding blog posts. Okay. Okay, so if you are interested to learn various things, maybe you can go through the blog post. But most of the blog post I create with the help of ChatGPT. Okay, that I wanted to tell here. Though I give all the inputs in the form of prompt, the final response is from ChatGPT. But I carefully go through all the replies and I'll be taking necessary steps to make it a valid or reliable one. Okay. Okay. Now we talked about my uh, uh, products and services kind of stuff, right? Now let us talk about AI, very beginner level, and then we can discuss about various topics like RAG, machine learning, AI agents, other kind of stuff, step by step. Okay. In the meantime, I will be checking whether anyone is asking any questions. So if you're asking, if you have any questions, you can ask them through the chat. And if you feel that these AI discussions will be useful for your friends, just to share this post with your friends also, so, or on social media, so that many people can join and ask questions. Okay. So now let us start discussing about step by steps. I will close all the other windows. For my batch kind of uh, cohort, that kind of teaching, I prepared a lot of slides. So mostly I'll be going through that slides in this session, and I create a lot of sample coding. Maybe we can go through the sample code also, and if there are any questions, we can task about that questions. Okay. So let me first go step by step. Like I'll start with this a overview initially. Okay, then we can go with machine learning, deep learning, RAG, LangChain, AI agents, AI chatbots, NLP, computer vision using YOLO, RoboFlow, that kind of stuff, and MCP, model consensus protocol, and context engineering. Okay, and moreover, I already talked about all these things and included a lot of tutorial videos in my AA course. But I would like to use this session to give answers for any specific questions. Okay. Um, so before going in detail, I would like to clarify a lot of very basic things about AI. One is what is machine learning, what is deep learning, and what is LLM, what is ChatGPT, okay, that kind of stuff. Because though they are looking very simple, some people have some misunderstanding about ChatGPT, other things. Okay, I'll be explaining that steps and. Moreover, we need to know how AI is different from traditional programming, that kind of stuff, right? So I'll be talking more about that things and prompt engineering, which is very useful for our career as well as for our everyday use, right? So we can effectively use the AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, Q1, Cloud, okay, that kind of AI tools, okay. Um, okay, then we can discuss about NLP, data science, other things. Okay. Okay, so what I am planning is I will be frequently checking the chart to get questions from the viewers, and mostly I will be planning to take that discussions based on their questions instead of having a structured things, because I already did one free webinar about the AI and the RAG. Already that videos were there, and moreover my recorded course has all that information. Okay, instead of that kind of stuff, I'm planning to focus or give importance to the user questions, viewers questions. Okay, answering the questions of the viewers. But anyway, if there are no questions, I'll be in the meantime I'll be talking about these topics. And as I said, I have a lot of plans to cover various things. as listed here: machine learning, deep learning, RAG, LangChain, AI agents, AI chatbot, NLP, computer vision, MCP, context engineering, that kind of topics. Okay. So if you are watching this and if you feel that it is useful for your friends or your social media, feel free to share that. Okay. Now let me check whether any question is there. So as of now, no questions. Let me continue my presentation. Okay. So AI basics. Okay. So whenever we hear about AI, artificial intelligence, some people are thinking that it has some kind of human intelligence, but that's what definition, right? Artificially creating intelligence, something similar to human, but that's true. People are trying in that way, but whatever AI currently we have, that maximum or best AI best available AI, that thing itself is not having that kind of intelligence. Okay, that we should understand. So current AI is narrow AI. Okay, it's not like our human brain. So we cannot use the AI common AI system for all kinds of tasks. We have to have separate AI for computer vision, separate thing for classification, or we need a lot of algorithms for a lot of models. So that should be we need to learn a lot of things to use based on our use cases. Okay. But our brain, single brain, can handle a lot of different kind of tasks, right? It's not like that. Okay. But different kinds of AIs are there, as we know, like currently a narrow AI. Okay. And then people are researching about the AGI. Okay. Artificial general intelligence, which can perform like a human. And then artificial super intelligence, which can perform better than the human. Okay, that is still fiction only. Okay. So we need to understand the fundamental difference. Okay, so AI is really powerful. There is no question, and because of the recent developments happening with computing power, because of large computing power and a lot of like available data, now it's becoming very useful. Actually, released one book about AI, unlocking AI. That book, that is really useful. I will open that also. That books are included in the, I mean, uh, AA course, my AA course. So it's part of my AA course. Anyone can get that book when you purchase my AA course. Okay. So let me just open. I think it's in books, AA book, AA books, unlocking AA for beginners. Okay. Okay. So here, right? So in case of if you are very beginner, maybe this thing will be useful. AI is a fascinating field that's all about teaching machines to think and act like human, or even smarter than humans in some cases. Okay, but that is the definition. But not right now. It's not like humans. Okay, so at its core, AI is about creating computer systems that can perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. The tasks include like recognizing faces in photos, understanding spoken language, like Siri or Alexa, recommending movies like Netflix, Spotify, driving cars automatically, self-driving cars. Okay, so almost everyone should be knowing about those things, right? So that is the fundamental of AI. It's like in case of traditional programming, we have to write them based on some kind of logic, formula and I mean uh, rules, right? But in case of AI, that machine learning systems can automatically find patterns among data. So our role is we have to just give that proper data. Okay, I'll be talking about those things step by step. That's a key difference is in case of traditional programming, we have to write up coding using some kind of rules and formula, but AI can understand that pattern by itself own. Okay, so that is the power. So that helps us to come up with a lot of use cases. Okay, and moreover, as I said, so here in the book I explain. I will be just opening the book, right? So here the history of, right. So even long back, like it roots back to centuries. Okay, so long back, like even 1950s itself, there were a lot of discussions and a lot of developments happening with AI. Development in the sense theoretical things, algorithm development, that kind of stuff. But that time there were no computing power, right? Very limited computing power, and data also not there, right? So now because of the availability of data and the computing power, now AI becomes a key thing, and moreover, data science also developing very quickly. So, like a combination of that, like a parallel development of both fields, is the key. Okay, so you can read some details history about AI here. But I hope I made clear the difference and the need for learning AI at this moment. Why AI is like in peak at this moment, right? That is because of availability of data and uh, availability of computing power. Okay, so now we have that things. Now already we developed the algorithms, so it's a right time to use that things, right? So that is why now there is a need to learn AI. So without AI, it's very difficult to survive in any business or any job. Okay, so so here in case of machine learning, it's a backbone of most modern AI systems. It is a way for computers to learn from data without being explicitly programmed. Okay. So in case of machine learning, first we have to do the data collection and train the model and test it. Okay. So I have slides. Maybe we can go through that. Okay. Benefits. Benefits of AI. Let us see one by one. For business owners, automation and marketing. Now, if you go through any kind of online discussions, a lot of business people will be talking about doing automation using tools like N10, right? That involves a lot of AI, okay. And for doing marketing also, even very simple marketing, even for promoting my course, I use AI in various forms, like for coming up with a page landing page text and image creation and ad copy creation, and even in case if I'm creating any YouTube video, creating thumbnails, everywhere, for everything we can use AI, right? That will improve the quality, that will reduce our time. Okay, and for creators, even simple chat gpt tool itself can help to write a lot of things, right? Or like specific writing AI tools are there, like Java writer, that kind of tools are there. Okay, and now every developer is using AI for code development, right? A lot of vibe coding tools are there, and even ChatGPT, especially Claude, will be very useful in writing coding, right? Okay, so a lot of things are there, and obviously, already we discussed, right? Even self-driving cars, everything is using AI. Okay, so to be effective with AI, first of all, the basic thing is Python. Okay, so we need to learn Python, and to use the existing code or something, it is better to be familiar with GitHub. Okay, or if you are planning for collaborating with other developers, better you can also start creating your projects or keeping your projects on GitHub. Okay, it's a free platform. Okay, and you need to know about how to use AI development tools. Okay, lot of cursor, that kind of vibe coding tools are there, right? Bolt, Lovable, lot of such tools are there. But at least you should know how to use cursor or VS Code with record AI assistance capability. Okay, and a lot of communities are there. Hacking Face, Kaggle, Hacking Face from Hacking Face. It's a very important one. Maybe in a separate discussion, we can have a detailed discussion. Okay, so you can visit Hacking Face. Okay, let me close a lot of other tabs. to avoid any speed issue. Okay, hugging hf.co will take you huggingface.co, right? Here you can see various models. Okay, like so as of now it has more than 2 million models. Okay, so 2.3 million models are there, so you can freely use these models. Okay, and that models are arranged in various categories based on the task, based on parameters, based on libraries, based on apps, and a lot of things. So if you want text generation, just click this text generation. It will be filtering out only the text generation models. Okay, and if you click any specific model, you can find the details about the model and files and community details, like how many downloads and how to use that code sample, how to deploy it. Okay, a lot of information is there in Hugging Face. So apart from models, you can get data sets. For data sets, you can get it from Kaggle also. Here also you can get data sets, different data sets for your projects. Okay, so you can use them. And spaces, you can find a lot of sample AI applications that are hosted on Hugging Face spaces. Okay, even I hosted one simple thing. I will show that. You can create your new space. This is for deploying. Suppose if you are developing any AI application, it should be accessible for others to use, right? So in that case, if you are keeping it in your local, you are accessing through just command line, it cannot be accessed by other people. So you have to deploy it somewhere. That free symbol option is Hugging Face Spaces. At Hugging Face Spaces, you can just upload your files and do the setups, and then setups means very simple. Just you have to provide recommends.txt and app.py, and then that's it. Like if you use any API key, you have to use set them in the secret sections. There are very few things. Just after completing all these details, it will be ready. Say for example, I have one space. Okay, LAN AI. Okay, it's a very simple thing. I created it to create a chatbot that will be useful for any beginners to learn AI, artificial intelligence. Even if you ask something irrelevant to AI, it will be guiding you to come back to AI. Otherwise, it's a simple chatbot only. It's fully optimized for AI. And in the meantime, if you are asking about drag or any specific topic, then it will suggest my books related to that one. That is another thing. Suppose if you want to develop this kind of chatbot for your business, you can contact me. We can work on it. Okay. So here, if I'm asking like hi, then it will be guiding me to learn about AI, right? Is there a particular AI concept? Okay, I will ask to teach AI tag. Okay, I will say that yes, continue. That. So it's recommending that book, Retrieval Augmentation book, right? Okay, okay. Uh, Okay, this is one space I hosted on this Hugging Face Spaces. Okay, and actually for that I need to just to do these things. I just have file in the file sections. This app.py recommends the text. That's it. Okay, and then we can ready to deploy, right? So even we can embed it in our applications also. For example, I keep this application here, right, in Hugging Face, but there is no use of keeping there, right? So it should be in some web page, right? So I'm adding here my qualitypendec.com website. It's here I have this section quiz for allowing the viewers to attend a quiz about AI to test their knowledge in AI. Suppose if you are interested, you can also try that. I will share this in the chat. Okay, I shared that. Okay. So I said that, and what I'm trying to say is here the bubble is there, right? If you click this, it will open this chart. So this chart is same as this one. I just embedded that. Okay, you can just discuss here. So if you want to have any similar kind of application, just let me know. We can develop. It's very simple only. Okay, so it uses Gemini as the LLM and Streamlit as UI library. Okay, and that's it. But it can be expanded with the RAG other things. So now it's just using my hard coded books titles. Suppose if you have hundreds of files or products, say for example, if you run any e-commerce site and if you want to promote your Amazon affiliate product based on the discussion with the user, in that case, so you can like put all like thousands of links on various files, and based on the user questions it can retrieve the relevant links. Okay, so that is what RAG that I will be talking in a few minutes. Step by step I will be talking. So the RAG is very important things, retrieval augmented generation. I'll be talking about that in few minutes. Okay, so let me just go step by step. Now, right now, I'm talking about the basics of AI, right? So, for start learning AI, so you should learn Python. You should be aware of GitHub, and you should be familiar with using AI development tools and AI communities like Hugging Face and Kaggle, and frameworks like LangChain, LangGraph. Okay, LangChain it's a very really powerful one. Okay, so a lot of such tools are there, like AutoGen, AI, that Crew AI, that kind of stuff are there. But personally, I prefer LangChain because that company actually LangChain that library is open source, and that company is keeping that I mean maintaining that code in an effective way. They keep on releasing new versions to accommodate with new changes happening with vector databases and LLMs, and like a lot of different related tools and services. Okay, so here they are also having like something called as Langchain Academy. They provide a lot of information. Langchain Academy. If you click Langchain Academy, you can find the AA courses there. Okay, so if you want, you can learn from there also. In my AA course also, I added videos about tutorial videos about LangChain and LangGraph. Okay, I'll be in this video live session also. I'll be showing some samples and demo. Okay. Okay. Let me check any question is there. Okay, no other questions. Let me continue this. So let us do the explanations one by one. So once after talking about the basic things, I will be teaching about LangChain with examples. Okay. Okay. Now the next topic is okay, how to use ChatGPT effectively. Okay, so it's a very key thing. Like everyone is thinking that they are very well familiar with the ChatGPT, but when I talk to various people as part of this one-on-one coaching, I realized that still people need to understand more things about ChatGPT. It's a very powerful thing, and before discussing about ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, DeepSpeak, Cuban, or whatever LLM, we should know the difference between that AI application and that model. Okay, let me first take with a simple example of ChatGPT. Okay, so this one is clear, right? This AI quiz, you can attend AI quiz to test your knowledge in AI basics, prompt engineering, generative AI, Python, machine learning, deep learning, RAG, data science, LLM, and AI agents. Okay. If you want me to add any other specific topic, just mention to the chat. If it's suitable, I'll be adding that also in the coming days. And the other thing is this chatbot. Okay, so this is deployed on Hugging Face. You can use it for learning AI. Okay, but currently it is using free version of Gemini. That means if you like multiple people are asking multiple questions simultaneously, it may not work, okay, because of the rate limit. I'll be talking about the rate limit, other things when we discuss about any kind of development task, okay. So now, as a first step for a beginner-friendly thing, I'm just telling overview about AI and different AI tools and how to use them effectively, that kind of stuff. Then I'll be explaining each and every topic separately. Okay. So in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. Okay. Now the next thing is, as I said, Chat GPT. Okay. This Hugging Face I'm closing. My blog post I'm closing. Okay. This. Okay. Okay. Like chatgpt.com, okay. So here we need to understand many things, okay. So this is a full-fledged AI application, okay. So whenever I discuss about AI developments, I use the words like LLM or AI model, right, generative AI model. So most of the people are thinking that, or they are just like taking like ChatGPT or that LLM model as synonyms, right? But there is a huge difference. Okay, so as I said, ChatGPT.com is a full-fledged application. Okay, it involves a lot of things, including that LLM. Say, for example, here if you ask what is current temperature in Chennai, it will be able to tell the answer, right? Because it has search component, okay, or it can get access to like service providers, whether it's details providers, okay. um, so it doesn't mean that LLM is capable of doing that. LLM is not able to it cannot do that, okay. Say for example, here we can check that LLM. What is your model? What model? Most of the people are having some kind of misunderstanding or confusion over that, okay. So it is using OpenAI's GPT 5.2 LLM, okay, large language model, okay. So it is designed for reasoning, teaching, writing, coding, and QA, okay. Okay, so basically it's using GPT 5.2. But if you ask its knowledge cut update, it will be telling its knowledge cut update, okay. So let us see. It is August 2025. Okay, so previously it used to say June 2024. Now they improved that. Okay, but still it's lacking September, October, November, December, around 3.5 months of data, right? So that means it cannot, obviously it cannot tell the temperature, current temperature, because it has the knowledge cut data for August 2025. That means it won't be having any knowledge about any new events or data related to uh, the dates happening after this specific date, August 2025, right? So that case, we obviously we can understand that that GPT-5 model cannot give the answer for this question, but ChatGPT.com, that a application is able to give, because it's connected with other things like tool calling, function calling, that kind of stuff. We can learn them later. Okay, so that kind of clear understanding is needed. Like similarly, if you are asking like what is the capital of India, and then here it's giving the correct answer, right? The capital of India is New Delhi, and then you are saying that to tell about its population. So it's able to give the answer, right? So this is able to keep the conversation history. But in fact, that GPT-5 model is stateless model. It won't be having any prior knowledge, any knowledge about the prior questions and answers. Okay, but for maintaining conversation history, ChatGPT.com is maintaining some kind of approaches. Okay, so I will be when explaining the code sample. I will be explaining this in case of using coding for connecting with GPT-5 model that or any LLM. That time we can easily understand that they won't be keeping the context history. We have to have a logic or the coding to handle that. Okay, so that's a key difference. So we have to first understand ChatGPT.com is a bit different from GPT-5 or whatever LLM internally it's using. Okay, so in that case, we have to effectively use it. One thing is, suppose if you want to have a discussions about various topics, it is better to have a separate chat window for each topic. So for example, if you are writing two books, for book one, if you are using one chat, then create new chat for book two. Okay, so that kind of isolation can be useful. Okay, that is one thing. And normally people may not be knowing about this new feature, right? Group chat is there. Suppose if you and your friends want to collaboratively work for any specific project, you can use this group chat. Okay, so that it will be shared among with your friends. Okay, so many people can collaboratively work with any kind of prompting. Okay, this is about group chat and other things. A lot of things are there. Even projects are there, and yeah, that like temporary chat is there. A lot of things are there. If you go through settings, you can find a lot of settings um, the key settings memory. Suppose if you are using, as I said, conversation history. If you to break the conversation history among multiple different topics, we can use new chat. But if you want to have some common thing, the memory is the key. Okay, so here you can go through the details, just memory other details. Okay, uh, just to explore that because they keep on changing these things. Okay, but the concept is that context history among a single chart, that chat window. If you want to maintain some context among your login, okay, that means across multiple chart, then you have to keep that in memory. Normally by automatically based on your questions, it will be automatically updating the memory. But you can ask it to update any specific thing if you are asking something, and then you can give instructions like keep it in memory something, it will be keeping it. And if you don't want, say for example, if you are having one domain name and you keep on discussing about that domain, and later on if you sell that domain, and if you don't want to discuss about domain further, you can just remove that from the uh, memory. Otherwise it will be keep on telling some suggestions to use that domain whenever you would discuss about any kind of business or something. Okay, so it will be still remembering that, but you may not be expecting that to include that, right? In that case we can delete the memory. Okay, that kind of basic understandings are important. Okay, so other than that, various things are right. They keep on adding something similar to rag. You can just like that kind of, not exactly rag. Suppose if you want to discuss about any specific topic relevant to your private data, say for example if you want to ask questions related to your resume, you can just upload your resume and then you can ask questions. Okay, so that kind of features are there, and you can obviously can create images. Okay, and recently they included the shopping research, especially it will be useful for this Christmas holiday season, right? So you can explore those kind of stuff. So a lot of things are there, and people are using it in a very extraordinary way, like even for learning English or any kind of language. You can just upload the audio file and then you can ask ChatGPT through prompt saying that review or give feedback on this audio. In that case, it will be giving feedback based on your pronunciation, other things. So it's really useful, but you have to based on your needs you have to uh, come up with proper plans. Okay, and you should be knowing about shortcomings or some limitations of these kinds of tools. Okay, I'm telling about ChatGPT. It's applicable for almost all kinds of AI tools. One major problem is hallucination. Okay, sometimes it will be giving irrelevant replies, irrelevant answer, but it won't be giving any clue about whether it's relevant or not relevant. Okay, say for example, if you are asking a question like, "Tell me the capital of some country," like you can specify some non-existing country. In that case, also it will be trying to give some answer. That is the fundamental nature of generative AI. Okay, so if you ask about Gen AI, that is the fundamental. Okay, that will be working based on the predicting next token. That concept. Okay, maybe you can also teach me Gen AI. That is the fundamental. Like it's not cognitive. We already discussed, right? AI is not cognitive. So in that case, it is using the concept of predicting next token. So if you are asking some question, what is Gen AI? So here, like we ask question, teach me Gen AI, right? So obviously it will be thinking about what should be the next word after Gen AI, right? Then it will be coming up with a list of probable words and with the probability score, and it will be taking the highest probability word with the highest probability. Okay, that's how that basically the Gen AI LLMs or any kind of Gen AI things are working. So they are generative in nature. Okay, because that's why it's able to create a lot of stories and articles, images, or whatever we want, right? So that is the fundamental of generative AI. That's the inherent nature. So obviously, it will be trying to generate something. If it is not having any relevant training data, instead of saying that I don't know answer for this question or I don't have any data for giving answer for this question, obviously it will try to generate answer. Okay, so in that case, it is uh, very hard thing. Okay, so we cannot use the output as it is. Okay, so that is the reason why now people are that companies are expecting people to have some knowledge about drag retrieval augmented generation. That I will be explaining in a separate like a slide. I will be taking the slide and I will be showing the demo. Okay, but here we have to understand that current difficulties are shortcomings of AI tools, especially ChatGPT. Okay, because that's what most of people are using, right? But almost for any kind of LLM, large language models, it is fundamental. Okay, so it predicts the next token. That is the concept. Okay, and whenever we talk about AI, some people are coming up with some basic questions like, I would like to first clarify that thing. Okay, so many people are coming with what is CAA, what is data science, what is data analytics, how they are related. Okay, but it's a very simple thing. Because of some misinformation or some interchangeable people using some words in a different context. For that reasons, that kind of confusions are arising. But fundamentally, data analytics is nothing but just maybe I will ask like data science, data analytics. Normally, data analytics is just visualizing the data, existing data. It's like doing analysis about the existing data, like how is your sales, which region gave you more profit, like that. Okay, but data science is like predicting the future with the help of AI, right? So I just you can. So AI is making machines behave like humans, thinking, learning, creating, deciding. Okay, understand the language, recognize images, speech, make decision, generate content. Okay, machine learning, deep learning, Gen AI, Python, math. AI is the umbrella, big umbrella. Data science, it extract insights and predictions from data. So it involves cleaning, preparing data, analyze the pattern, building the machine learning models, make predictions. Okay. So we have to like examples predicting house prices, detecting fraud, forecasting sales, customer churn prediction. Okay. So here also we need to learn about Python or statistics, machine learning, SQL, data visualization kind of stuff. Data analytics is like just understanding the past data. Okay. So what happened? Okay, it will be answering for the question what happened. Okay, in case of data science it is like predicting what will happen, right? That kind of nature. Okay, this is for analyzing the existing data. Okay, so here it involves creating dashboards, reports, that kind of stuff. Okay, so that management or people who are not willing to spend more time in going through all the Excel or any kind of database, they can get some overview from visualization, pie chart, bar charts, that kind of graphs. Okay, that is what data analytics. That requires very limited skills like SQL, Excel, Power BI, Tableau, that kind of tools. Okay, maybe to understand the things to basic statistics. Okay, so here in case of online store sales data, a data analyst it will create a sales dashboard. Data scientist predicts future sales maybe by creating ML models. A engineer builds a sales chatbot. Okay, but some roles will be overlapping, but just to have some basic understanding, we need to know that data analytics is not at all related to AI, but similar to other technologies, other domains using AI, data analytics also using AI tools like Power BI, Tableau. They extensively use AI to create the visualization in an effective way. Okay, but in fundamental thing it is something different, like it is like converting the data into visualization. Okay, so if you have any other questions, maybe you can ask through the chat. Okay. Okay. So now this is about ChatGPT, and as I said, ChatGPT can be useful for various things, for learning languages, for uh, like brainstorming purpose, for creating marketing materials, for creating images. Okay, uh, for studying something by uploading our own content, and various use cases are there for ChatGPT, but we have to understand shortcomings like hallucination, lack of latest information, lack of information in a limited way. We cannot upload a lot of content, right? Okay, this is about very basics of AI, and next slide is about machine learning. Okay, machine learning is finding patterns, right? Patterns among data. Machine learning is a subset of AI that focuses on teaching computers to learn from data and make predictions or decisions without being explicitly programmed. Without programming, that ML models will be able to find the patterns among data. Okay, that is a learning process, right? And we already discussed, right? AI, artificial intelligence, is umbrella term. It's a wide. Indicates or in it represents a wide field, and machine learning is about predicting the future by analyzing the patterns among the data. Okay, it's a subset of AI. Deep learning is again subset of machine learning. It's kind of machine learning. Okay, that I will be explaining step by step. Okay. So in case of machine learning, the real world use cases are spam filters, like video recommendations and fraud detection, self-driving cars. Okay, almost all AI that technologies are using machine learning, right? So in case of machine learning, you teach something, okay, with the data, and it will be learning from the data automatically. Okay, and it will be improving further based on the more data, right? So improvement. So in case of machine learning, it involves the three key steps. One is obviously data collection. Next one is training the model, then testing and improving. So that data collection and training, that and all involves a lot of things. As I said, we can learn those things step by step. This slide is to just give the overall process, right? Because very beginners maybe they may be requiring some kind of overall idea about things, right? So for them, I'm just telling these things. But if you have any specific questions, I will explain. Otherwise, I'll be explaining each topic separately later. Okay. Is there any question, specific questions? No other questions, right? So, okay. So, data collection, the first step is gathering data. This could be anything from customer purchase histories to medical records or even images of cats and dogs. Okay. So, let me just tell one simple visualized example there so that we can understand. Okay. That is like Google is providing teachable machines. I will show that. Let me first complete this slide. After data collection, it is training the model. We have now data collected data in a proper format, right? Then we have to feed that data into the algorithm, which analyzes it to find patterns. Okay, so if you are training a model to recognize cats, you would show it thousands of pictures of cats and not cats. I will show that through Google Teachable Machine. Okay. Once after training the models, so it's clear, right? First we have to collect the data, then we have to train the algorithm using that data. That is what called as training. Okay. Once after completing the training, we have to test it. Okay. For using the testing, we have to use new data, unseen data. Okay, to check how it's performing. If it is making mistakes, then we have to retrain it after making some adjustments. And once it is ready for use, then we can use for actually inference. Okay. Okay. There are different kinds of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforced learning. In case of supervised learning, we have to label the data. Like if you are having hundreds of animal pictures, we have to tag it or label it like it is cat, it is dog, like that. Okay. So from that label data, it will understand the things, and then it will work to classify other unseen data, right? Example is a spam filter that learns to classify emails as spam or not spam. That case, obviously, initially we have to provide spam emails and not spam emails with a labeling like this is spam, this is not spam, like that. Okay. Unsupervised learning in the sense that we need not provide that kind of labels. It will be doing the grouping automatically. Okay, it will be doing that without labels. It will be automatically understanding the data. Say, for example, grouping customers into segments based on their shopping behavior, right? Suppose if they are making like a low volume purchase or high volume purchase or like any specific product based purchase, like it can find the pattern and then it can group it by self. So reinforcement learning, it is for gaming and robotics. It will be learning from like learn by trial and error. Okay, it will be receiving rewards for good actions and penalties for mistakes or bad ones. Okay, so in that trial and error, it can improve its performance. Okay, it's like training a robot to walk or computer program to play a game. So mostly for gaming. Okay. Okay, here I would like to show one simple example to understand the supervised learning. Okay, even people without any coding knowledge can explore that. Okay, okay. So let me open the teachable machines. Okay, I understand that many people will be having some kind of questions or difficulty in understanding what is model, what is training. But whenever we teach something, we keep on telling that a model, a algorithm, and training the model, fine tuning it, and like a lot of things we were talking, right? So some maybe without having hands on, it is difficult to understand it completely, right? So that is the reason why Google has developed this teachable machine. So it is you can anyone without any code knowledge or any kind of coding experience or even any technical without any technical knowledge, anyone can train a model and then they can use it. Okay, so a lot of people are coming with a lot of use cases, but for learning purpose, I'm just telling very simple things. You are able to see the screen, right? Okay. So if there are any questions, you can ask me. Okay. They are showing some samples here, right? Maybe you can check that. It is classifying as marshmallow, not marshmallow, and then classifying as me and dog, okay, metal and non-metal, and finding the posture like tree and wings, okay. It is identifying the pattern in the audio, snap, no snap, like that, okay. Okay, so our purpose is to understand what is CAA model and what is training, okay. So get started. I'm clicking get started. Okay. So here they provide various examples like image project, audio project, post project. For demo purpose, we use this simple image project. Okay. So here they provide different models, embedded image, small model or standard image model. I use standard image model. Okay. So this is the overall picture of training process. So we have to choose the model here, okay, training the model, and here data, okay. This is data, and especially this is supervised learning. So we have to provide the data and we have to label it. So for example, I'm going to label some images as cat and some images as dog, okay. If you want to have other image, you can add tiger something means you can add more classes. For simple demo, I'm using cat and dog. So we need to find the cat and dog images, right? So dog images. Okay. Just I'm downloading that. The the two. If you add more images, then and moreover diverse images, then the quality will be better. Okay, but just for demo purpose, we can choose only few images. Okay, I downloaded four dog images. Now we can find cat. Okay, see one. See two. Maybe parallelly, if you're watching this, you can do that so that you can easily understand by yourself, right? Two. So I collected four cat images and four dog images, right? Now we can upload first the cat, right? C4, C3, C2, C1, right? All are cat, right? C1, C2, C3, C4. Then dog images. D4, D3, D1, D1. So this is what supervised learning. So this is what data preparation. We prepare the data and then we did the labeling, right? We collected cat images and dog images and then we labeled it. These images are cat and these images are dog. Like that we labeled it. Now we are ready with the data. So we've completed data preparation part and now we have to train the model. So there are advanced things like how many epochs we have to set, how many iterations of training, right? and batch size. Yeah, but already we have only 8 images, right? So it doesn't matter. But if we have more images, then computing resources cannot handle that hundred thousands of images, right? So in that case, we can set batch 16 or something, like here by default it's 16, and learning rate, how fast it should learn, that kind of stuff. Okay. So basically, we created the data and we labeled it, and then we are going to train the model. We in the beginning we selected the model, right? A standard model or embedding model, something it asked, right? We selected standard model. That is algorithm. Okay, we choose selected the algorithm, and that is model, and we are going to train that model with this data to make it as a pre-trained model, right? Shall I start that model? Train model. So now we are about to train that model. Okay, it is preparing training data. So we provided in this format. It is converting into its record format. Okay, so it's being ready with training data. Okay, and then it will start doing the training. So during the training process, it will be updating the weights and biases. So that I will be talking later. Okay, so basically it is creating that trained model, like that we can assume. Okay. So here we can use web camera or images. So if you are planning to show the actual cat or dog, it can find. Otherwise, we can use file. From here, I will use file. So it's becoming slow, right? Okay. Okay. So select a file. Now we can find some cat or dog image which is not included in the training data. Okay. We can include this one, right? Okay. Test the cat. T1 cat. Okay. Now it detected as cat with a 100% confidence score, right? So it is 100% saying that it is cat. Okay. But this cat is not available in the trained data, right? But somehow it's able to find it. Okay. That's what that generalization happens, right? So that things I will be talking, overfitting, underfitting, that things maybe. But you got that overall picture, right? So we have trained data, and we are training the model. Okay. Then the trained model is used for doing prediction or inference, like finding or labeling, I mean classifying the unseen data. Okay, that is the fundamental. That is in the almost normal use cases, right? So for doing something, first we have to know, train the model with the existing data and existing answer, like training, like providing the known questions and answers, like that, right? We know that this is cat, right? So based on that information, that models will be trained, and it will be able to find the new unseen data, like it is able to find that this is cat image. Okay. So we can export the model, we can use in our real applications also. Okay. So any other questions? Let me check. No other questions. I'll be continuing that discussion. Okay. So okay, this is about supervised learning. Okay, unsupervised learning means we need not, here we are labeling as cat and dog, right? We need not provide that. And reinforcement learning is based on trial and error. Okay. So here, as we discussed, supervised learning is, for example, detecting whether a transaction is fraudulent or not, or a spam or not spam. For that kind of stuff, that is classification, right? There are different kinds of tasks: classification and regression, right? Supervised learning can be useful for both things. Like in case of classification, like detecting whether a transaction is fraud or not, or whether the email is spam or no, not spam. that kind of classifications we can use the supervised learning. That means we have to first label some data and train the model, then it will be useful for classifying the other data, right? Like as I said, we have to start with some algorithm, right? Then only we will be training that algorithm as a model using their prepared data. So that algorithms are like a logistic regression, decision trees, support vector machines, and neural networks. Okay, we have to understand that though the name is involving regression, basically it's a classification algorithm. Logistic regression is okay. A regression is predicting continuous values, such as estimating house prices or stock market trends. Say, for example, if you have data about various houses and their size, like bedroom size, square feet size, and related prices, then regression models will be able to predict the price of any house with different size and number of rooms, right? So that kind of thing, stock market trends predictions, like that kind of continuous value predictions, regression algorithms will be useful. That is also supervised learning. Okay, that model algorithms are linear regression, ridge regression, and deep learning models like recurrent neural network (RNN). Right. In case of unsupervised learning, as we discussed, it operates without labeled data. The model identifies patterns, relationships, and structures within the data. It automatically identifies those things without providing any labeling. Okay, so we know that the archaeologists, when they are unearthing an ancient civilization, they will be able to read the content, right? But they don't know the alphabets of that language. If they are coming up with new language, they were able to read the content of that language even without knowing the alphabets of that language, right? That's what like finding the patterns automatically, like without any prior knowledge, right? So in marketing, it's like customer segmentation. Okay, the famous algorithm is K means clustering for unsupervised learning. So why ML machine learning is important? The first thing is automation. It enables automation. ML allows machines to perform tasks that would otherwise require human intelligence. So without human timing, that ML will be able to perform various tasks. Okay, so obviously we are having like freeing our timing, right? We'll be having more free time. Okay, and it will improve over time. Okay, in case of traditional software, it is just repeatedly doing the same thing, right? But in case of AI, it can improve its performance over various iterations. Okay, and it can solve complex problems. Okay, because its ability to analyze vast amounts of data. Okay, so humans might be missing that data, which can be like analyzed by the AI, machine learning. So challenges in ML, that case data quality. ML models are only as good as the data they are trained on. Poor quality data can lead to inaccurate results. So whenever we consider AI, we should know this fundamental fact. Data is very important in case of the data, in the sense relevant data, relevant and like structured data. Okay. So if the data training data quality is not good, even if the algorithms are very powerful, there is no use. Okay, that overall performance will be poor. Okay, and biased. In case if the training data is biased, the model's predictions will be too. For example, a facial recognition system trained mostly on one ethnicity might struggle with others. Okay, we did a sample of classifying cats and dogs, right? In the cats image set, if you include specific kinds of cats, then the system may not be able to identify or classify the other kinds of cats, right? So that kind of bias, training data bias, right? So that is a key challenge. I heard that a lot of ATS, that automatic, that resin shortlisting that the systems, they are almost biased. They are like choosing specific kinds of people irrespective of their qualification, like that. A lot of things are discussions are going on, right? So that effective usage of AI depends on its by our ability to operate without bias, that can achieved based on the data quality, right? So the data training data shouldn't be biased. Okay, then only it's like garbage in, garbage out. If the data is biased, then the overall performance also may not be good. That function of the AI system will be also biased. And computational resources. So training ML models requires significant computing power, GPU, that kind of power. They're expensive, energy intensity. Okay. In case if you are going to do it in your local machine, you need to provide enough computing power, like GPU, RAM, right? But if you plan to use some other third-party system, then they will be charging for that, right? So that is okay. So in case of machine learning, as I said, deep learning is also a subset of machine learning. The deep learning is also machine learning. So whenever we talk about traditional machine learning, maybe we can specifically say that traditional machine learning. Okay, let me first discuss about the traditional machine learning things. Okay, in that case, let me check whether the video is going on. If there are any issues, because no one is right now watching, so I would like to know whether it's going on. Okay. Okay, it's going on, it seems. Okay. Okay, it's going on, it seems. Okay, let me move on to the next thing. Okay. So scikit-learn is very famous library. Scikit-learn or sklearn. You can search scikit-learn. Okay. Okay, here we can learn classification, regression, clustering, all kinds of traditional machine learning algorithms. In case of traditional machine learning algorithm, we nowadays everyone is talking about the LLMs, right? Agents in that way. So there everywhere in agents, RAG, everywhere LLM is the brain of the system, right? So there obviously they are really powerful. Okay, but still that traditional machine LLMs uses deep learning GPT architecture mostly, but still that the traditional machine learning algorithms are still relevant uh, in cases like if you have very limited training data, then deep learning is not suitable in that case. Okay, so we have to come up with like a plan for using the traditional machine algorithm. Okay, so here they listed classification, regression, clustering, everything, right? Okay. Okay. I can close this one, right? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll be closing it. Okay. This scikit-learn. Here for anything they provide like samples, or you can go through getting started. Okay. So they provided the key details about scikit-learn. If you are new to this, maybe you can check this. Okay. Okay. I'll close this one also. Okay. In the meantime, I will just show one small sample. Okay. So I already created one small sample. Maybe I will just open and then for any beginners, Colab will be very useful. Okay. Like if you have a local setup for Python and environment, maybe you can go with that. Otherwise, Like you can check this thing. Okay, collab.google.com. It's the benefit is you can see the results immediately in the screen. Like it has various cells, right? Coding cells and a result cell like that. Okay. For showcasing something to your friends or your management, that will be uh, very simple here. And moreover, this GPU RAM, that computing power will be provided by Google. Okay, so if your samples are occurring in significant computing power, then we need not worry about that thing, right? Okay, so here is just added one simple thing. Maybe we can clear the things. So here, like I'm going to use scikit-learn for uh, like training a model for classification using this decision tree classifier. Okay, so this is sklearn, sklearn, scikit-learn both are same. Okay, the package name is sklearn. Okay, sklearn that from sklearn we are importing this decision tree classifier that will be doing the classification. Okay, so we are going to classify iris data. It's a standard data set that includes details about various types of flowers, iris flowers. Okay, like the features are sepal length, sepal width, and the petal length and the petal width. Okay, so normally we will mark the features using capital X and um, that labels as Y. So in that case, Google Teachable Machines we labeled as cat and dog, right? That's what here Y, the label flower type. So here they use different flower types. Okay, maybe you can check that. What are the different flower types? So before that, we have to load that. Okay, load data set. We have to exit each cell. Okay, now it will be running. So these are the flower types: cetos, versicolor, virginica. Okay, okay. So X is features, Y is label, right? So here we printed label. And, we can print X also. Just for understanding, okay. I already completed the code. This feature, like length and width of the petal and sepal, right? So, so it's very simple. With the help of scikit-learn, we have to just use this entry classifier that class, right? And we already prepared with the data, okay, that iris standard database. We loaded that data, the data sets dot load iris. So that data will be there in iris. We are just checking it. These are the features, these are the labels. Okay, so we printed and checked that. Okay, and then the key thing is splitting that data into training data and test data. This is a common process in any kind of AI model training. So that the training, they will record both things. Like first we got to provide training data. With the training data, that model will be trained, and with the test data, we got to test it, whether it's working properly or not. If it is not working properly, then we have to make actions and re-execute the training process. Okay, so for that we are just splitting the data into two sections: X train and X test, Y train, Y test. So basically, we are dividing test and training data sets. Okay, so the test size is 0.2, means 20% of the test train data will be as treated as test data. Okay, so that's what it is. Here we are choosing the model, and we are training the model. Model that fit, like using training data. Like X10 means training data, features of training data. Y10 means labels of training data. So both the features and training, labels of the training data are used to train the model. Okay, and after that, maybe we can execute one by one. We split the training and test sets. Then we choose the model. Now we are training the model. Model training is going on. We are doing the predictions. So we did the prediction. We are calculating the accuracy. Okay. So the accuracy is 1%. So it's working well. So then we can use it for predicting any kind of data. So this is for predicting this one. Suppose if you day change it, so it's changing the prediction, right? So what we did is we used the scikit-learn's classes for doing classification. Okay, so for that we first use the training data set, iris data set, and we split it into test and training data sets. Uh, like 80% training data, 20% test data. Then we did the training using the model.fit, and then we did the prediction using test data, and we found that calculated accuracy. The accuracy is okay. Then we are proceeding with the actual prediction. We provide some features of the, I mean, sample data. Okay, in that case, it is able to predict the flowers. It's able to classify the flower based on its dimensions. Okay, it's a very simple process, right? So same thing can be used for any kind of use cases. Okay, but as I said, it's a very traditional way, right? That's why we call it traditional machine learning. But now generative AI, with the help of deep learning, they are becoming very powerful and general purpose. Okay, so that is completely a different thing that we can do most of the things simply by prompt engineering. Now, later on, now everyone is talking about context engineering. So that kind of stuff I will be talking later. But the purpose of this demo is just to showcase how to use scikit-learn for doing simple classification. It's a very, very simple task. Actually, as I said, I keep all that things as my blog post. You can search this in my blog post. Maybe you can find more details about that. Okay, maybe you can search and decision tree classifier like this one. Go to my blog and search for this one. Okay, so here you can find the samples. So here I explained the thing step by step. You can check that, and even I embedded the video about the tutorial. Okay. So if there are any questions, you can ask me. So the next thing is, let me go through that. Next topic is deep learning, and that involves neural network. Okay, so that we can explain with this TensorFlow playground. Okay, so in case of deep learning, it involves like it needs a lot of training data. Okay, it's really powerful. It can find complex patterns also. Okay, compared to traditional machine learning, deep learnings are very powerful. Okay, and it involves multiple layers of neural network. Okay, hidden layers should be there. You can explore the simple concept using this playground TensorFlow. Okay, so here you can this is input layer, this is output layer, these are hidden layers. You can include neurons. Okay, So already I explained in the very detail about this in my uh, video. You can just search for TensorFlow Playground on this channel. You can go through the details. Okay. But the basic thing is, in case of deep learning, it is really powerful because of like it's just trying to simulate a human, like similar to human neurons, brain neurons. These things are using that kind of setup, but still it's not cognitive. That is completely different thing. But its performance is high compared to traditional machine learning algorithms. It can be useful for various purposes. And one negative side is it requires a lot of computing power and a lot of data. Okay, so it will be very effective only when large data is there. Okay, so that is the reason why people came up with the plan of creating foundational models like various LLMs, right? In that case, they can come up with a powerful model by putting a lot of training data and computing power. And they trained it, a lot of people can use that through API, right? So that kind of concept came up because of the inherent nature of these deep learning models. Deep learning models will be powerful only when they are trained with large amounts of data. Okay, and they can do that. That is their the unique thing. And maybe traditional machine algorithms may not handle that much amount of data that can be handled by deep learning models. Okay, they are very powerful, but they need some computing power, additional power, and like they need a lot of data. Okay, so as I said, you can check that details like what is activation function, what is regularization, how it's working, and how basically it's working, what is the fundamental working of backpropagation algorithm, like that. Okay, so if you are interested in that fundamental things, maybe you can check those things. Okay, but the overall understanding is these days we have to go with the deep learning models because they are really powerful. Unless there is a specific need, like lack of data or something, then in that case we can go with the traditional, traditional machine learning models. Otherwise, deep learning models are very appropriate selection. And moreover, now like we need not worry much about training the data, other things, because of the availability of LLMs, generative AI. That we can talk about that thing. So now directly we can go with the RAG, right? Something, right? Maybe we can discuss RAG right now. So if there are any questions, you can ask me. Okay, so RAG is like a, retrieval augmented generation. It's part of generative AI. So previously we were talking about the machine learning models, then deep learning models, and I explained about the need for LLMs, right? Because in one place people can gather a lot of training data, and because of the nature of deep learning, that large data can be like processed by the deep learning models, and it will become powerful because of the usage of huge data. Okay, so that's how the LLMs came. Though LLMs, as we already noticed, the GPT-5 model is used in ChatGPT.com, and Gemini models are used by Google. Like we have noticed a lot of use cases of LLMs, right? So even we can see one simple example how to do it programmatically. Connect with that first before going to the RAG. Okay, I will show some small examples because people are thinking that connecting with LLMs that and all will take more effort, but it's very simple one just to show that. So I created various samples. Maybe we can start with the symbol chart is there. Symbol chart. It's a very simple process. You can easily connect with any LLM. Okay. So as I said, the key purpose of this live session is to give answers for any questions. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. And if you are interested in getting one-on-one AI coaching or any guidance for like your AI projects, you can always contact me for affordable. I can do them based on affordable hourly charges. Okay. So connecting with any LLM is very simple. I will show with the Gemini. Okay, so they provide this package for connecting with that class generative model. Okay, and so we can like configure the model by providing this API key. Okay, we are reading it from environment. So in that case, we have to first export it into the environment. Okay, and then we just use this model, and then we just use one while loop, so that continuously we can get questions from the user, and then the model will be giving the response. Model generate content, right? That it is getting the user input, and then generating response. We are printing it, that response. That much easy. Okay, so the connection is very simple. But one thing is, you have to get the API key. So as I said, I'm going to use Gemini, right? So in that case, we can just get that from AI Studio, that API key. aistudio.google.com. Okay. So here, get API key. That link is there, right? So you can just use that, and you can create the API key. So I created the API key. Okay, here we can copy that API key. Okay, so you can copy the API key. If you are first time, it will be asking you to create some project. You can give the project name and then create it. Okay. So once you do that, you can export it. For exporting, I already put it in one file. I will export from that file. Okay, I exported the code. Okay. Now it is ready for that. Okay, I'm just going to run it. Python 3, sorry, 3 simple chart.py. Okay. So we are running this file. Okay, so just load the API key, and then we create the model, Gemini model, and then we are using it inside a while loop. This is for receiving the user question, and then we are responding from the model response. So we got the API key, Google Gemini API key from astudio.google.com. Go to there, and we can get it. Okay. Let me know if any question is there. No questions. So this one we can close, right? This is like a scikit-learn example that I will close it. So the scikit site. Suppose if you need to learn more about traditional machine learning models, you can visit this scikit-learn website. Okay, so I'm closing it. This one, as I said, this is to explore about deep learning. What is deep learning? How it's working? What is regularization? What is activation? That kind of stuff. It's a very simple thing. If you explore that and if you watch that things, it's like kind of like we can understand that the deep learning models are very powerful in finding the patterns, right? So normally this activation function will be useful for introducing the non-linearity so that it can find the complex patterns. Otherwise, irrespective of how many neurons or layers we have, it may not be able to find in an effective way, right? So if it is linear, so to introduce non-linear, it can find the handle the complex patterns in the data. Okay, so for that, various activation functions are the ReLU, tanh, sigmoid, linear kind of stuff. And regularization is to avoid overfitting. Sometimes, if the data is the training is fully optimized to the input data, then like it's kind of memorizing the input data, like training data. In that case, it will be working only for the training data. It won't work for unseen data. If you are doing prediction with completely new data, then it won't work. That means generation won't happen. To avoid that overfitting, the L1, L2, that kind of regularization function should be used. Okay, so basically, it involves other things like loss function, that kind of stuff. So basically, the purpose is like we have to come up with these weights, right? Normally in deep learning, we will be calling it as weights and biases. Biases addition. Okay, we'll be adding some numbers to that thing, and weights are like multiplication coefficients. Okay, so because ultimate purpose is we have to come up with weights and biases for the neurons, that connections, like. Uh, uh, so that the system trained model can be able to generally detect any kind of handle any kind of unseen data. That is the purpose, right? So for that, that biases and weight should be calculated so that the loss is zero something. There is no loss at the final output. Okay, after the training, okay, here, right? The test loss and training loss. So that is the purpose. So the epoch is how many iterations we need. Okay. So learning rate is like how fast it should learn. Here we should be thinking that we can give like a highest speed, right? It's not like that. Normally, people will be comparing this to like jumping on mountain, right? If you jump very long height, then small height means it may take more time to reach the top of the mountain, right? If you go high, very high, higher than the height of the mountain itself, then you will be missing to land at the top, right? So you may go other side, right? So that case, you have to choose appropriate speed. That's what that landing speed. Okay, so landing rate. So So various things are there. So to explore that, this playground will be useful. But the programming is easy. So this is just to understand that what is activation, what is regulation. But if you are familiar with this, for this use case, this activation is good. For this regulation, you have to set this regulation. Or you can do various evaluations, and then based on the results, you can find choose the appropriate one, right? That is the thing. Otherwise, the coding, maybe we can see some sample coding. That and all very easy only. Okay. Okay. So ultimately, it should calculate biases and weights and biases for that neuron connections. Okay, and it will be calculating the loss, like what is the difference between the expected thing and the actual thing, right? So that is the fundamental same thing. Here it will be finding the loss, and if the loss is not zero, then it will be tweaking or changing the values of weights and biases so that it can reach the zero. Okay, in multiple iterations. At the end of the day, it should reach the zero, but sometimes it won't exactly reach zero. So for that, early stopping, various stopping approaches are there. Okay, so or we can stop after certain epochs. Okay, so we cannot expect reach the zero loss uh, for all the cases. Okay. Okay, that is a different thing. I am waiting for this. Okay, so now started. So we can ask questions. Okay. Hi. Okay, so this example I already talked, right? The basically that models are stateless. I will showcase here. Tell me which is the capital of this capital of. Okay, tell about its population. here it's saying that to tell you about its population, I need to know what it refers to. It's not able to understand the context, right? That's what I already explained. It's a stateless, so we have to make it as a stateful. So for that, I have another example. Chart them. So here, for making it as aware of context, we have to store the context history in a list, and then we have to include that while sending the question to the LLM. So for that, we use this history list, and we are appending the values, and then we are sending along that with the query. Okay. So this is the way to handle the conversation history. Okay, so that we can make it as context aware. So let me check this one. Now I am going to run this one, chart demo.py. Okay, so here we can ask what is the capital of India. Which is the capital of India. Okay, let's reach the. Okay, that model is it seems outdated. I will use the same model here also. Okay, but instead of saying that model is not supported, it's giving some other. Which is the capital of India. Okay, it's saying that New Delhi. Okay, now we can ask to tell its population, tell about its population. So it's able to tell its population. Now it's able to understand what is the meaning of its here, right? So it mean Delhi, right? So here it is understand the context. Okay, maybe we can discuss more about that in upcoming sessions. Let me continue the RAG. Okay, so what we are understanding is we can connect to LLM. We can use it for various things, asking questions, summarizing, doing summarization, or any kind of thing, agents, a lot of things, right? So LLMs are powerful, but they have some shortcomings. Okay, so that is where retrieval augmented generation is coming into the picture. Let us discuss about that. It's a very key thing because, as I said, LLMs are very powerful. They can write a lot of articles. They can create images based on our own instructions. They can create songs. They can create stories and blog posts and advertisements. And a lot of things it can do. It can help us to learn any language. But at the end of the day, they are subject to hallucination. Okay, I will talk about that shortcomings one by one. They have a lot of shortcomings which prevent them to be used with commercial applications. That is where the RAG mechanism is coming. Let us discuss about that. RAG is fundamentally retrieval augmented generation. That is augmenting the generation with retrieval process. It is the powerful way of combining the retrieval based methods with the generative methods. So basically, combining the simple search with the generation LLM based things. Okay, it enhances language models by grounding their responses in external knowledge. Grounding by external knowledge. So basically, we have to ground the LLM operation to avoid hallucination. We have to ground them with external knowledge. That is the fundamental. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. So first, before going in detail, we need to understand the uh, problems of traditional models, so that we can understand the importance of RAG, right? So limited knowledge cutoff. We already in the beginning we already explained about limited knowledge cutoff, right? When I asked about ChatGPT's GPT 5.2 model, their knowledge cut update, it was saying that August 2025, 3 4 months back. Okay, so that means it won't be having enough latest information to give answers related to the latest information related questions, right? So that is very major problem. So you maybe, like as I said, most of the people are getting distracted or confused by ChatGPT.com's ability to deal with the latest information. That is completely different thing. It's a full-fledged application. It uses search tools. Okay, so we shouldn't be confusing, getting confused with that things. Okay, fundamentally, that LLMs are subject to limited knowledge cutoff. They are not able to handle the latest information. Okay, and hallucinations, like generating incorrect or nonsensical information. This is obvious one. I already explained, right? If you are asking capital of any non-existent country, it will be trying to tell the answer instead of saying that that country is not existing. Okay, so that is the nature, inherent nature of that LLMs models, right? They are designed in that way only, predicting next token. So, like finding the tokens with the more probability, right? So, if no proper answer is there, still it will be choosing something which is like a currently available maximum token, right? Uh, Probability, I mean, maximum probability tokens. Okay, so another thing is lack of private information. In case of commercial applications, it has to deal with a lot of private information, company related, product specific information, whether it is for chat, simple customer support application or any kind of application. That kind of requirements are there, right? So in that case, current models are not able to do that. So they lack latest information. They lack private information. They are subject to hallucination. All these things are really important things. Because of these shortcomings, it is not possible to use LLMs in commercial setup, especially important critical applications involving medical field and financial field, right? So that is the reason why a lot of companies are looking for talents or skills, the people in RAG, retrieval augmented generation. The fundamental concept is very, very simple. I will be explaining that. But making our use cases making the system, RAG system, useful for our use cases, bit complex stuff. For that, we need to learn a lot of things. So that is where I can guide you. So if you are working on any RAG project or something, if you need my assistance, I can work with you to do the things quickly, should sort out the things. A lot of different approaches are there. We got to do proper planning. Otherwise, for some cases it may working, for some other cases it may not working. So we need to do proper testing. RAG evolution plays important role. Okay, so we got to just it's finding just accuracy is not enough. We have to use proper metrics like recall at k, precision at k, that kind of MRR, various metrics are there, retrieval metrics as well as generation metrics. Like it involves two components, right? I will be talking about those things later. But what I'm trying to say is it involves a lot of things. Okay, though the fundamental concept is simple, making it work in a proper, professional production level application, it requires a lot of things. So if you need any assistance to understanding the things or for implementing the things for your business, or if you're working for some projects, if you need my assistant to go ahead, you may contact me. My email ID is rajamanikam.a@gmail.com, or you can just make a comment in this comment section. I'll be contacting you if you provide your email ID. Okay. So basically, these are the basic problems: limited knowledge cutoff, lack of private information, and hallucinations. So obviously, the solution with the RAG will be able to rectify these things. They will be able to access latest information, and it should be accurate, and it should be basically grounding the answer, right, to avoid the hallucination, and it should be able to process or handle private information. So how does RAG work? Okay, it's a step-by-step process. Is first user input query, user ask a question, and it will retrieve the relevant documents from knowledge source, and then the generation will be done based on the retrieved information. That is the fundamental thing. Maybe we can check with some diagram that will be very easy to understand. Before going further, I would like to check whether any question is there. If there are any questions, we can check that. So as of now, no questions. So let us proceed further. Okay. So yeah, just you can just see this diagram. Okay. So here there are two things. One is we got to do in this way this is one time process, ingestion process, right? We have to split the knowledge source documents into multiple chunks, and we have to do the embedding and then storing it in vector database, and then that is one process, and then getting user query, maybe part of chatbot, and then doing embedding of that query and do the vector search, and then getting the context chunks as a result of vector search, and augmenting the prompt by including that context chunk along with the query and send it to the LLM, then get the response. Okay, it's ongoing process. Okay, online process like that we can assume. Okay, so this is the process. I hope you are able to understand, get the overall picture. So basically, RAG is, as I said, augmenting the generation with retrieval. So it involves retrieval as well as like generation. For generation, we are using this LLM, any kind of LLM. It can be GPT-5 or Gemini or Cloud, whatever LLM you are going to use, you can use here. Okay, and that augmentation is happening here, right? So you have to get the relevant chunks. Okay, so it's very very simple. If you are asking some questions, say for example, if you're asking like a question like what is the capital of India, it can answer from its trained data. That LLM will be able to answer. But who is the manager of um, specific department in your specific company, then it may not be able to tell the answer. But if you provide the document which has all that information, your organization hierarchy and other details, then it will be able to find the details, read the details from the document, and it will be able to give answer for that question, right? That much easy. That only thing is you have to provide the context, but getting giving all the context is not possible because of limited context window limit. Because whenever we talk about RAG, people may be having like two questions: why we need this chunking, other things? Why we need RAG first of all? If we want to provide the context, we can just provide the context, right? That may be the question, because like we can do that in the chat GPT itself. You can upload a document, you can start discussing or asking questions related to documents. Chat GPT will be able to answer. Okay, but the problem is it is useful for, or it is applicable for like documents with a few pages. But assume that if it has like millions of pages, or it has a lot of content, right? So in that case, that approach cannot be done because of the knowledge, context window limit of LLMs. Each LLM has certain context window limit. It cannot handle data beyond that limit. Okay, so we cannot push all the information, and moreover, it's not a good approach. The LLMs will not be able to process properly if we dump all the data. And one obvious thing is token usage. We have to pay a lot of money to send a lot of data, right? So in that case, splitting the document into multiple chunks and storing them in the vector database, and finding only the relevant chunks by doing vector search, and then send that retrieved chunks along with the query as prompt to the LLM is the best approach. Okay, so that is what RAG. And you may be questioning about why we need vector search, right? So vector search, it's not the mandatory part of RAG. Okay, so we have to retrieve the data, but retrieving data in traditional way will take a lot of time, right? So we, that latency will be there. In case of RAG system, mostly people will be dealing with millions of documents. So in that case, like doing some search is not that much simple. And moreover, vector search has a lot of other advantages. Okay, apart from speed, it can do semantic meaning search. Like a lot of things are there. Maybe we can, if you are interested, if you want to have one-on-one coaching about all that advantages and different vector databases, how to deal them, or which vector database is suitable or what, like that kind of stuff. Maybe I already posted various blog posts on my blog. Maybe if you need any specific guidance, maybe we can discuss. Okay. So fundamentally, we have to augment the input query with the relevant chunks. So basically, it's a fundamental of grounding the LLMs, right? By giving the proper context. So that is a challenge. So that's a retrieval challenge. We have to choose the appropriate uh, relevant chunk. Okay. So for that, we need to come up with the vector database setups, other things. Okay. So maybe we can discuss in detail once you are interested in getting one-on-one coaching. Okay. So basically, components of rags are like. Let me check any question is there. Okay, let me continue this. Retriever, generator, and knowledge source, right? These are the fundamental components. And a lot of things are there: hybrid search, PM25 search, and cosine, and even the vector search, different cosine similarity, dot product. Like a lot of things are there. But it's based on the use cases. And even if you look for various RAG techniques, if you search for RAG techniques, a lot of RAG techniques are there. Okay, but it's all depends on your use cases. We need not to memorize everything like that, but we can explore something. What are the different ways how to deal that, or you have to come up with some like smart ideas based on your use cases. Okay, but fundamentally we have to enhance or augment the user query with the context. That is the fundamental of RAG. Okay, so if the LLM is provided with the context, then it will be working better than without context. That is the fundamental concept. So for that, we can come up with various ideas, various pipelines. That's what RAG pipeline is coming into picture, right? So we can just even query pre-processing we can do, and re-ranking. In case if you are using powerful cross-encoder, that kind of stuff for retrieving, it will be very time-taking, and it's not that much effective. But the performance will be better. So people normally will combine the power of both things. Initially, they will be like a rough kind of filtering they will be doing with the vector search, and then they will be doing cross encoder kind of filtering. Okay, even meta filtering also there. A lot of things are there. Maybe we can discuss separately. Okay. So retriever is a very important part of RAG system. Generator, obviously, it's LLM. Okay, but giving proper system prompting, arranging the proper prompt template, other things that also play important role. Okay, even if the retrieval is very powerful, if you present it in a inefficient way, then still the LLMs will be finding it difficult to give the proper answer. Okay, so knowledge source need not be PDF. It can be any source, and a lot of things are there. Maybe we can discuss. Different the applications, examples of question answering, chatbots, content creation, customer support. Okay, so that involves like dealing private data, or like some kind of latest data. Okay. So advantages of RAG in the sense it can access to real-time or updated information, reduces hallucination, combines the best of retrieval and generation. Okay, so we when we studied about the need for RAG, that time we were discussing about hallucination, lack of private information, and the lack of latest information. Right. So basically, advantages of RAG, and it's the opposite of right. It is grounding the LLM to avoid the hallucination. It is able to process the latest information. It is able to handle the private information. So limitations of a RAG in the sense, it still it depends on the quality of the knowledge source, right? If the knowledge source is not having relevant context information, still that case the LLMs can hallucinate, right? Because of lack of grounding, lack of relevant information. So computationally expensive. It involves, like in case of vector search, it involves embedding the entire document knowledge source, and embedding the each query. Okay, and do the vectors search, and again at the end of the day we have to do the LLM also, LLM generation process also. Okay, so let me show one small demo. Okay, meantime I will check whether any question is there. No other questions. Okay, so I will show the demo here. Drag. Okay, so I will show this demo. Okay. So here, LangChain is we already discussed about LangChain, right? It's a framework or library for creating LLM-based applications. It's very useful for RAG also. Okay. So here we store the external knowledge source in the PDFs folder. Okay, and we are reading like as a step one, loading PDF files from this directory. We are reading the content and converting that documents into chunks using this LangChain's function, character text splitter. Like various chunking approaches are there. You can find that details in my blog. Different chunking approaches, different vector derivative, everything you can learn from my blog. Like if you are interested in chunking strategy, come to my blog and search for chunking strategy. Okay, chunking strategies for RAG. So fixed size chunking, recursive chunking, document-based chunking, semantic chunking, agentic chunking. Okay, so a lot of things are there. Okay, so for a demo, we can take this simple fixed size chunking. Even in the case of fixed size chunking, it is better to give some overlap so that we can deal the unintended breaking of any sentence. Okay, so if you have any questions, maybe we can discuss it separately. That things. Okay. So we are splitting the documents into multiple chunks. Okay. Then we are creating embeddings. Embeddings is like converting that text into equivalent numbers. Okay. In a multi-dimensional vector thing. Okay. Multi-dimensional thing, matrix kind of thing. Okay. So for that, Hugging Face sentence transformer is providing this model, all many LM L6 V2 that model. And Firesys vector database, it is provided by, it's open source provided by Meta, Facebook. So we are creating embeddings. So in case of LangChain, we have to just provide the components and then we can connect with chain. Okay, so we are providing vector and that retriever, and then we are creating that LLM. For LLM, we are using this one. For this one, we have to change the model, right? Gemini 2.5. Okay. That model was giving error, right? So I just changing it. Okay. So we set up the model and we set up retriever, we set up the LLM. Okay. We are ready with that components and prompt template also. So basically what we are trying to do is we are just getting the relevant chunks from the vector database files, and then we are creating this prompt, augmenting prompt, right? And here we just provide the context and the user question. So based on the LLM will be able to give answer for the user question based on the context. That is very simple process. Okay. So we use this chain process. Okay. So within while loop, just to give this a chatbot kind of thing, we are using while loop and we are asking the user to enter the question, and then we are getting that value and put it in the query variable, and we are passing it to the RAG chain while invoking it. Okay, and then we are printing the answer. Okay, here in the PDFs folder we have some files. Okay, so let me run it. It will take some time because it has to do the Python 3 factor to it. So I am just running it. It has to do the chunking, it has to do the embedding, and then it has to do the vector search. Is there any question? So no other questions. So if you are interested to buy my course, I would suggest buying from here, right? So I will just give the blog post link, my blog link. You can get the details from there. Okay. So that's what my blog link. My website link I already provided. Okay. So this I actually provided two files. This is one of the files. So it involves some hospital information. It seems. Maybe we can ask any information from here. Okay. So here it listed some numbers, right? We can ask some number. It's taking time because of the steps involved, like it has to do the chunking, it has to do the embedding, and it has to get that sentence transformer, right? So let us wait for some time. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask me. And as I said, I can teach any specific topic, or even if you are very beginner, if you want to learn Python and SQL, that kind of stuff, I can still teach them. Or even if you are just interested in how to effectively use various AI tools like ChatGPT, AI Studio, and Higgsfield, like various AI tools are there, like very user-friendly tools. I can explain that thing also, and moreover, various tricks and techniques also there, prompt engineering, right? Basically, so I can explain that perspective. But if you want to do some development, I can teach the Python, SQL, and RAG or agent creation, MCP. Or if you are interested in doing any kind of computer vision project using YOLO, I can guide. Okay, it's still taking more time. Okay, let us wait for some more time. And again, if you are interested in earning money from my AA course, just contact me. We can discuss various opportunities. Okay, so one simple way is um earning money as affiliate that I already discussed. Right, you can get 50% and here you earn 50% commission. You can click this. Okay, and you can join us my affiliate, Gumroad affiliate. It is free and you can easily join that. And that payment methods, payment processing, and minimum threshold, and all the things are good for affiliates. That's what I recommend Gumroad. Okay, that's why I recommend that. That's why I use that. Other than that, I sell my course from Udemy Skillshare. But based on my understanding, Gumroad is more effective for affiliates. Okay, and moreover that demand for AI courses are high at this moment, and my AI course covers various topics, right? Like this, from beginners as well as advanced users. So you can just think about earning money. It's a quick money, right? But because the AI things are changing dynamically, very quickly, and we don't know whether this course will be applicable for after 2 3 months, right? So at this moment, you can make use of this trend to earn money. Okay, okay. And suppose if you want me to create any discount code specifically for you, I can create discount code to increase your conversion rate. Okay. And, moreover, apart from this AI courses, I sell my books from Amazon also. Here you can my books, right? My books link you can click, or straight away go to Amazon and then search my name, Rajamanikam Antony Muthu. Okay, here suppose if you are in US, you can click this link. So here you can find list of my books. As of now, I have 41 books. Most of the books are related to AI. Okay. If you are Amazon affiliate, you can explore earning money from as Amazon affiliate also. But in case of Amazon affiliate, I don't have much control. I don't have any control over that. So you have to join us Amazon affiliate, then you can choose my book. But what I can say is, I can guide you. Like if you primarily focus on promoting my books, I can guide you how to do it effortlessly. Something other than that, I don't have much control. But in case of this rajamanikam.com, Gumroad based site, I can do a lot of things. I can set any percentage up to 75 percentage. I will be starting with 50 percentage. Okay, and I can create discount code for you. Okay, so let us discuss through Google Meet to effectively do that. Okay, but you should be interested in doing that, and moreover, you can get my book. I already explained about that book, right? Go to rajamanikam.com and then search for that N from AA courses, that book, and use the discount code affiliate, 100% discount code, that one. That will be allowing you to freely download this book. Okay, so just go to this book and use the discount code affiliate. Actually, you can find all these details here itself. Here I provided that affiliate, that code. Okay, You can just use that. Okay, it's a good opportunity to earn money. Even if you are not personally interested, your friends may be interested. Just tell about this offer to them by sharing this video or these details. Okay. Okay, let us see whether. Okay, now it's asking to ask question. Maybe we can ask question like, tell the number of cancer center, right? It's giving that answer, right? Okay, so this is simple rack system. We are able to run it. But because of the difficulties or shortcomings in proper arranging singing strategies or other things, it may not work for all the things. Maybe out of context. Suppose if some information is here and some is at the bottom, it is if we follow the fixed singing strategy, we cannot establish the relation, right? So in that case, we have to explore other agentic chunking something. Okay, a lot of things are there, and we have to include metadata in each chunk, or separately we can use that tags to do the filtering of our reliable filtering. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, as of now, I don't have questions. So, and even people are also not watching right now. So, I will be stopping here. Maybe LangChain, agents, NLP, everything I will be talking in as another session. Okay. Especially AI agents are very important these days. They are becoming very very powerful. Okay, so I'll be talking later. Okay, thanks. So right now, I hope I explained about my course, right? Like I do one-on-one AI coaching, so that you can learn any specific topic from me for affordable hourly charges. So just to come to my blog, okay, search for QPT blog and come to this blog, and then uh, like if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, click this link. If you're interested in earning money as affiliate, click this link. If you're interested in buying my AA course with the offer, click this link. If you want to check my books at Amazon, click this link. Okay. If you're planning to visit my rajamanikal.com, click this one. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Tell about these offers and opportunities to your friends. Okay. If you have any questions, ask them through the chat. I will be answering them later on. Okay. Thanks. Bye.